Oh, I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there.
Here we go. Wide in. Wait, take it. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in, take it. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in, take it. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in, take it. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in, take it. Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Here we go. Wide in.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you gotta keep it up.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Here we go. Wide in. 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 Here we go. Wide in.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On second down, here's Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third and long, it's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. In his 5th year from UCLA, here's Jeff Locke to kick it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And this one's incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To the air again, Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now on second down, this is Gore. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team? Let's face it, when Adam Vinatieri actually misses a field goal, that's when we're surprised. We're not as all shocked that he made this one.
Of course, he has the record, 44 straight field goal makes. He closed out 2015 making 25, and then started 2016 with 19 in a row. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Barkevius Mingo. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 78 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, it's Gore. A swift move, but not a ton to show for it. Tackle just on the other side of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Chidobe Awuzie, the rookie from Colorado. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made a play and held them to no gain.
Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The screen does get them 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Looking to throw. Prescott, flush to his right. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over?
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
From the 50, it's Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Hands this one off to Gore. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. To the right side to Aiken. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back to throw, Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to the ground game here, Gore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
False start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Here's Love. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Kamar Aiken from 6 yards away. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sean Spence coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We remind folks that although this is technically week 2 of the preseason, Charles, the Cowboys are actually playing their 3rd game as they were chosen to play in the Hall of Fame game.
And it made sense because their owner, Jerry Jones, one of this year's Hall of Fame inductees. Remember, his Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years in that great run in the 1990s.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Another carry now for Gore. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Lock on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They run. It's Gore. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's Luck now on second down. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Off of play action, Luck. The swing pass caught, and they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, it's Locke. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd and 10, Locke. They go with a screen to goal. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun on third down, Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to... Yeah, I'm with you. Who wants highlights from the second week of preseason? In Detroit, and it was the Jets that came away victorious there. Josh McCown, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. Your defense